So this is bad. One of the, I'll explain this at the end. So here, these are two circuits on one breadboard. One runs from the 9-volt battery through to this light variable resistor, which powers this touch variable resistor, which goes into this 555, which then goes into two piezoelectric devices, which when you run current through them, the crystals in them contract, which produces this buzzing sound, which you're hearing from this circuit, which is the same circuit, except for instead of this touch variable, it has a knob you can vary it by turning this knob. This one doesn't run as well. I don't know why, but it could be, well, yeah, it probably, well, actually no. So that brings me to this. So this is one of the piezo outputs from this circuit with the blue variable resistor knob. And so when it was even connected, I soldered it. When it was connected, it still was making this very low, like, but still that's pretty good. And I'm not sure if it's being picked up, but when I turn off the lights, the sound stops because nothing is going into the light sensor, which is the origin coming from the battery. The battery goes through the light variable resistor. So if I now give light, so this is at 0 ohms now, and now it's at maybe 2000 or something, I don't know, something greater. Now, if I turn this one on as well, actually, you know what's interesting? I wonder if so I don't have any light on the other one as well, so the touch one shouldn't work. It does. Maybe just ambient light, or it takes enough. Yeah. I wonder if I turn the computer away, it won't work. Okay, well it still works, but I don't know exactly why. It could just still be ambient light, and this circuit, the one with the tall touch variable resistor, is built much better, and so it's taking that, and the transfer is much cleaner. I mean, that would only have to do with this light sensor. But anyway, wherever the case may be, I'm going to put a light onto this light sensor over here. Whoops. Oh no. So now this one is like, or maybe, yeah, I think this should work now. No. So when I touch this, that stops. I don't know why, but it does. I guess it has to do with since they're all sharing the same battery, something. Sweet. So, I don't know exactly why, but I think it was that it was touching other stuff, or could be, I don't know, maybe the breadboard circuit thing is a little buggy there, a little like shitty there. But without further ado, this little chirping thing is going to go off. Sort of stuck. Oh, that was pretty cool. It sucks that the fan of the laptop is running so loudly. I'm not even sure if you can hear the little chirping, but when the chirping goes down, it went prrrr, instead of it was like when it went to nothing. So now if we press this, so I have the light, and I'm slowly bringing it more and more light over the light variable resistor, and so this is like uber max light. So one resistor is being controlled by my finger. Now I let go. So I guess, yeah, if I could just hook this into the light resistor into the 555, and then it would only be based on this. But since this other one is in the circuit, it goes through that, and so if I'm not touching this, I guess this is 0 resistance, or no, this is like maximum resistance, or it runs in, it gives electricity to that thing, and then it doesn't send any, it must not send anything out, because we get no sound from the piezo. So why it doesn't send anything out when you're not touching this thing, I'm not sure. Gotta learn more about how to build the resistors themselves, and like the 555 itself. Yeah, but I don't know why it goes. God knows why it goes and makes no sound when it's not being touched at all, even though the light is being even the light resistor. The light resistor. That was 1 octave from the beginning to now. So it goes up an octave. This strip goes up 11 notes on a piano, and this thing goes up like 16. No, like 17. That's cool. Maybe that's wrong. I mean, it sounded more like just 12 there. But So this is the sound always. The sound is always generated. Just like that, it's because this thing's touching. But these are vibrating. The sound is always being created by the vibration of these piezoelectrics. Based on how much current is flowing into them. Because of these various variable resistors, the light one and the touch one. And then the knob one over here, this one has the light. But the circuit isn't as well done, so it doesn't work as strong. Like no light, maximum light. And I should be able to get a similar, because it's the exact same output, but yeah, one of them is disconnected, like I was pointing to before, that it broke because my soldering was bad. And then the other one, yeah, it's also, everything's coming from the, let's see, from this one. So I'm not actually sure, but really cool. The battery runs into, battery's 9 volts, and it runs into the oops, 9 volts. It runs into the plus goes into the plus on this side, and the minus goes into this side, minus. And plus runs through all these wires that are connected to it. Here, I'll flip it around. So this is called a breadboard, the bottom thing, and it has one vertical running. So the plus is over here. That's the red from the battery, is running through all these other lines that wires that are put into the plus, and then the minus is goes up this vertical. It's the ground. So I believe the electrons from the battery are being put through, and they run through all these different connected things, but all of them are eventually brought down to ground through this vertical strip, which is connected by metal underneath the points where you put the things in, the wires or whatever, and then the pins, and then it goes back into the battery, and then that goes back up through the red one, I believe. And ta-da! The end. So pressing this one all the way up super high makes this one, the blue, the knob one, get more somehow. That's a nice one. The coolest thing is building the thing that I'm like touching now, figuring out how to build all these various components. Like the wires are simple enough to build. They're even learning more in build the battery, build every component part, and then you can change the way or make them bigger and stuff like that. They have like a merry-go-round that has like some similar functions that it would produce various, but analog.